16, and we are going to start pushing these players to their limits as we get further and further through the stages. But yeah, this song is really chill.
I'm still trying to get over it. I fear to see the background.
Oh boy, I don't even know.
Oh man, background's probably something interesting, I'll say.
Well, at least the difficulty is Brazil, the LMWC 2016 OP. So I guess they should win that one.
You would hope so.
I certainly do. And we'll be starting in less than a minute. So chat, who do you think will win this match? Which team?
I'm not sure what the chat says, but I'm gonna see. My money's on Brazil right now. Just a gut feeling. I could be completely wrong. Usually my gut feeling is completely. What's up,
Brazil's
Debbie?
the safe bet here, John.
Brazil's definitely has the upper hand coming into this, especially since Sweden is actually a no-seeded team.
Well, I'll root for Sweden then.
That's the other thing, like, Brazil, I think, got to the finals with one last year.
Well,
So
I will. Oh, sorry.
So I'd be very surprised if they don't at least take the semis.
Well, I'll be rooting for Sweden then, even if Brazil seems to have a map, especially a map for that. And for the people in the chat answering Korea, yes, but there is no Korea in this match. Oh, no background. That's disappointing.
No background, rest in peace.
What is this,
There's
a Halogen map?
Yeah, I was about to say, there's been an unfortunate amount of no backgrounds here in this World Cup, and I feel like we just have to blame Halogen on that one, and like that'll be totally okay. If we
Thanks,
can get a hashtag,
Halogen.
yeah, if we could just get a hashtag blame Halo, and that's why we can't have nice BGs. All right, let's see what this warm up is made of.
Noodle. That's what this form is made out of. Noodles.
Brazil having the triple-double S so far.
I would imagine that they probably practice for it as well. There is a lot of actual holds while doing a lot of stuff. There's a lot of long notes with a lot of activity outside of holding those, so that actually looks kind of rough. We do see Silly Fangirl drop there a little bit.
What the? Alright. That was a nice hold.
Viciada em Facebook, pesquisando sobre mim. E como era de previsto, nosso amor chegou ao fim.
Heel's showing literally no weakness right now, just blazing through the map.
Yeah, there is literally no drop on Gil's side there. It does look like the rest of the Brazilian team has lost that double S, but Gil just seems to have that on deck. Now, do we know who actually made this map set?
I'm gonna look it up.
Find out. It was Philippine.
Oh, wow.
What the heck?
What was that?
And the ending, I think, spelled out something, but I completely missed that.
Alright. Did someone in the song did that, or did someone here did that?
No, I think it was this song. I believe they took the song and then just added Felipe Link sounds or something. That is my guess. Oh god, more Thomas
Oh,
the
gosh.
Tank Engine.
Oh, excellent. Always love this.
Well, I remember a song on us, Standard, which is Thomas the Dragon Force, or something like that. It was actually well made. That's
I
the hell,
believe this is
people.
the Tokyo map. It's very short.
Well, most of us taking songs are.
Only 31 seconds drain time.
Oh, that's not going to be very
That's
fast.
28 seconds drain time. It's 31 seconds total.
I don't understand where this came from. I mean, don't get me wrong. As a little child, I probably watched Thomas the Tank Engine quite a bit. But I just don't understand where the meme popularity came from all over again. I mean, I know that it's funny and there's all kinds of like different variants of it, but it's just like, why did it become so relevant again?
I think for me, like,
That's
I
what
kind of
memes
first
are.
learned about it when the Snoop Dogg crossover.
Yeah.
That was like the first interaction I had with the meme. Oh, it feels dirty to say. Whoa.
Oh, good God. It's literally just...
It looks like, I guess it's considered 116 stream or 1.8. I can't
Yeah,
remember the
it's just,
snapping.
it looks like straight up stamina endurance testing right here. I don't even know if it's really going to... It just sounds like a machine gun going off to the
Actually,
side.
I think those are. So that was like 245 stream. I'm not 100% sure of the speed of the patterns, but that's over real quick.
Holy crap!
Wow, that's 100.
Well,
Was there 100?
Dude, there was
Yep.
100, but I don't even know if it
Oh
counts.
man.
yeah, because two Brazilian people
Yeah.
rolled that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was two... It's not... Yeah.
But who gets the roll? Did
Yeah.
they take the 100 or the 26?
They took gills, obviously. Silly Fangirl probably just rolled on top of it to get that 100, and that's unfortunate. That's like really
Ow.
unfortunate.
Third on 15.
Oh, wow. Dang.
Regardless,
It doesn't really matter. At that
Brazil
point,
does get the roll win, so Sweden will start with their ban.
oh my goodness gracious. All right, so we should be seeing this thing start up. It looks like we're going to see Strav ban, I think.
Looks like it.
Not. I don't think so. That's Silly Fangirl singing Strav, but it's
yeah.
Sweden's first ban. I think they're just bantering right now.
Lots of jumping back and forth.
They're banning Liberi
Ah,
Tatali.
Well,
I think
that's-
that makes a lot of sense from Sweden's side.
Yeah, it does, but still.
Oh, I got to hear it once, and that was the first time it was
Yeah,
played.
that's-
I was pretty hyped.
And Nightfall's taken out from the Brazilian side. Just kind of surprising because I feel like it's a map that they could pretty much just accuracy, kind of like train roll over them.
It looks like it might be a little bit of a legit train wreck as they're trying to figure out who goes first.
Well, it is
Okay, so
Brazil's
Brazil-
first.
Yeah, they banned
And they pick.
Nightfall, right?
Yes,
Oh,
they banned
thank you.
Nightfall.
I'm so glad they switched that song.
Alright, so apparently they did pick the tiebreaker? No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, I totally took the tiebreaker.
No, they just moved off the
Alright.
Thomas the Tank Engine song. You know.
Oh.
Looks like Brazil's first pick will be Brick Stars.
All right.
Alright.
And I think this makes a lot of sense from the Brazilian side.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty speed orientated, and Trickstars is all about speed and consistency there. So that's a really good pick for Brazil going out in the opening.
Yep, that is the map with the smallest overall difficulty as well.
You are correct. And there's not really too much we should have to look at when it comes to seeding drops. There are a few points where you need to watch out. It does have one of those faster sections in it. But that being said, the BPM only gets to 265, and as we talked about earlier in the previous matches, 200 is about per norm for your 4 key players. It's not really too fast. The 265 is starting to breach that higher lane of pain.
It's starting to reach
guess
a
you'd
higher
call it.
echelon of skill, I think.
Yeah.
But I think Brazilian, like the whole entire Brazilian side is well equipped to handle these streams very easily, and I don't see them encountering any problems in Trickstars, I don't think. So it's pretty much up to Sweden to overperform at this point. Or Brazil making really bad drops.
Yeah, I would not say click the squares, Twitch chat. I would definitely say smash the rectangles. That seems a bit more fitting. Actually though, to surprising amounts, even with the opening here, it is actually going back and forth. No, never mind. I can't even tell you. It's impossible to tell you who has the accuracy lead at this point. And there it goes. We do see our first break from Sweden, and that's going to be from Koyul, and that's going to drop them down a little bit, allowing Brazil to get that point advantage a little bit further.
Yeah,
I believe Silly Fangirl has the best accuracy currently. But that's also offset by Gil actually dropping 200.
Yes. And well, it would be difficult to do better accuracy than what Silifan has at the moment. And
Although to be honest, Sweden's like hit windows are looking pretty solid at this point.
oh yeah, definitely. You can see it done on the judgment bars that are quite consistent.
Although Saori just dropped in that second. Oh wow, a couple drops
And
on this
Pinto
longer
dropping
stream
as
session.
well.
Yep. And
Yeah, so
since
there's
it's-
no full combos on Sweden's side, and Brazil all managing to not break combo at all.
And I mean, that's pretty much just, Brazil in a nutshell. Their speed game is on the top of the top, and Sweden, while they're giving it their best, they're just having a little bit of difficulties with these high dense sections where the speed you getting in is quick as 18 notes per second at some point. And that is absolutely ridiculous to be able to play all those that well. And Brazil's just got the speed, and they will not be beat in that aspect, as it doesn't look like a single one from their side dropped combo on this first map.
And that'll be our first song over Brazil taking it so far 1-0 over Sweden. Go with a pretty impressive ratio there. 156 to 1,455. That's almost 1 to 10 right there.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. Consistent wise, I don't know if Sweden has the speed, but they might have the technicality. So it really is just going to be up to how they pick these next maps to see if they have a chance. But if they try a consistency pick, I do not believe they will fare very well against Brazil, especially if it's speed orientated. They might have a better chance with long notes. I don't know if Brazil is very strong with LNs.
If you watch their warm-up, I think they're very well versed in long notes.
Yeah, I understand. But those weren't really condensed. Like, if you look at their warm-up, it wasn't really condensed long note sections. And there's a couple maps in the 16-round pool that has really hard to read long note sections. And was the ban on Fatali from Brazil, or was that from
No,
Sweden?
Fatali was banned by Sweden.
Ooh, that does not bode well for Sweden at all then.
Well, they're going straight to Sprav, so we're gonna see what's gonna be up with this.
Alright, another map of the shorter side, clocking at 20.05. However, 191 BPM. Well, we'll see if Sweden has a chance to get Brazil's against to get their points against Brazil on that map. And yes, it is a double elimination tournament, so if Sweden loses that one, they go to the losers bracket, and if they lose again, they go out of the tournament.
Yes, double elimination does mean they do have a second chance to give it a shot if they don't fare well here. But you've got to also remember that morale will definitely play a big part in this. Hopefully Sweden is able to secure a few points here, but if they stay with the high pick, Brazil is just a really strong team, and this is going to be an upward battle for Sweden to put forward. But I feel like they can definitely take some points here, and let's get some support out for the teams that you want to see win. Do you want to see Sweden, the underdogs in this, come up and take it, or do you want Brazil, the higher seed, to destroy the competition? Just get that out in Twitch chat and show your support. Now we're just waiting for them to get this thing started, and we should be getting started in just a little bit. And actually, not just a little bit, right now.
Alright, and let's see if Sweden can take their own pick over Brazil. I imagine they put plenty of practice into this if they feel comfortable enough to have this as their first pick of the match.
You can see Gil actually was shadow tapping a little bit there, and that is scary. We will see our first drop on the Brazil side, though, coming from Silly Fangirl. That isn't going to hurt the accuracy too much as Creddy drops as well, bringing the score right back over to Brazil. Going back and forth here, the combos are already starting to climb right back up there. Now it will be back around accuracy. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, the combo cap for score is at 400. So once you hit that 400 range, ooh, Gil actually dropping it again. That's not going to bode very well for Brazil, but they still have the score advantage, so they are in safety at the moment.
Yes, because even if Gil and Silly Fangirl did break, they are hanging at 99, 72, and 63 respectively. So quite high accuracy, where you have Crazy with 99% right now, or but 98 again.
Yeah, if he can't breach out of that 98% bracket, he is going to have problems getting that score over higher than what they need. But it does look like Brazil has gotten their second win and starts to pull the score right back over to their favor. Sweden had an opportunity, but unfortunately they were not able to stay consistent. Crazy dropping again is going to pretty much put a nail in the coffin in terms of them trying to pull this back out. As our map comes to a close, it looks like this might be another decisive victory for Brazil.
Yeah, then Brazil will take their second point, putting them up 2-0 over Sweden. I'm actually pretty surprised that on the Brazilian side that Gil got the lowest score out of all the players on his team. I just find that pretty interesting.
Oh, okay, that wasn't actually a miss on Silly Fangirl's side. It was a 50. So I do apologize for that.
It might have been a slider break as well.
Yeah, it was probably a slider break.
If he broke his combo. Yeah.
It does look like our next map that we'll be going into, though, is Calamity Fortune. And this one is quite fun. This is actually the second hardest speed pick, so it does look like they are playing speed to their advantage here. Now, it's not strictly comparable to Trick Stars, obviously, but it's around in the same ballpark. There's definitely a lot of speed that's going to be in this. Brazil definitely has the speed aspect on lock. They shouldn't have too many problems here, but of course chokes are unpredictable, and only time will tell if we can see Sweden procure a point. But if they can't bring this up, it is not looking good as we get closer and closer. Brazil possibly taking this with no contestants.
Well, it's not yet decided. There are only two maps which were played, but Brazil brought Sweden choice, and they have been showing, quite a dominance right now.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't over till it's over, and Sweden definitely has a chance to come back here, but Brazil is incredibly strong with the high speed picks, and I am a little bit worried for Sweden right now. But Twitch chat, definitely get your support out there. Let those players know you were in. Give them your strength, because this is their time of need. They need it. They need your strength, Twitch chat. Let them have it as we move into Calamity Fortune, starting now. Alright, and everything looks pretty even at the moment. There is a slight accuracy lead in favor of Brazil, but it is going back and forth every once in a bit. Sweden is still holding pretty high. The only double S we still have at this moment is from Brazil, coming from Kill. Everyone else holding very high accuracies here. We have not seen a single drop at this moment. It can still be anyone's game at this point.
Yes, indeed, no drop for now, and quite impressive accuracies.
Oh no, and then Quill drops right then. And Vento as well.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's just very unfortunate. I mean, Brazil's got this speed game unlocked. There's still not a drop from the Brazilian side. They're staying ever consistent here. Sweden, really, there's not much you can do at this point. It's like trying to attack a perfect wall of consistency. I said this last week in groups when we were going over that. When you have a team that's just all around higher skill, it becomes it's an incredible battle for Sweden right now. They have to give it their all and hope that Brazil makes mistakes. And if there are no mistakes to be made, Sweden is in for a really rough fight.
Yeah, that's it. When you're at the point that the enemy has to do a mistake to...
oh, that's a drop from Will. Or lag.
it?
I'm not 100% sure.
Yes.
Nah, it was definitely not a drop.
It was lag, yeah.
It happened, but it does look like they're staying consistent and slaying. As I was saying, Cole does drop, though. That is confirmed. And Vento dropping again. Not very good for Sweden. It's just when your best bet is the opposing team messing up, you're in for a really bad time.
Oh, and yes, by the means, take that we are dissing Sweden in any way, shape or form.
Yeah.
This is a World Cup, and they are the no seed, and they're in the round of 16. That's an achievement already.
Yeah,
amazing.
they've definitely fought hard. There's no disrespect to Sweden. As you could see, the plays from their team is incredible as they are. I mean, 99% accuracies, 98. Nothing here is short of amazing. It's just when you're going up against something that's a little bit better than amazing at the moment, there's not much you can really do. The accuracies will not lie as Brazil claims another point here.
Well, you know, Brazil.
Sorry, it's the 420 300s. Let's go.
All right, and it does look like we're going to be going with Sounds of Summer. This has been a hot pick for quite a bit. I think we've seen this in every match so far, if I'm not mistaken. And if I am mistaken, I do apologize. But this one should be, I don't know, it sounds the summer, it's a hard rock pick, so I don't know if it's exactly total speed, it's more accuracy than speed, so this might be something Sweden can possibly get a point on if Brazil makes a mistake, but it's also just depends on how comfortable Brazil is playing slower songs.
It also depends on the mod usage.
Oh,
I feel
yes,
like,
very true.
I feel like that really does make or break these free mod picks.
Yeah, and we've seen quite some heavy mod usage in these in the preceding matches.
I feel like everyone's using at least hard rock in all of these matches.
Oh yeah, of course. And I feel like Flashlight might be viable here, of course, but if you haven't practiced or put some time investment into this one, Flashlight might not be a good idea because there are some high dense jump stream sections that could trip people up, but it looks like Brazil is
Andre
taking...
MC is going Flashlight.
Yeah, so this
Hard
might
rock.
be the break Sweden was looking for. If they could just stay more consistent and we see a drop there from Andre, then boom, there is a potential point there for Sweden. But it just depends on how well Brazil has practiced for this and how much time investment he's put into this map in general. If he's got more time investment in it, the Flashlight and Hard Rock might be a perfect combo to just really knock it out of the park.
Yes, that and the hard rock, which will make accuracy even harder for Sweden, which has not really been very good accuracy-wise up to now, compared to Brazil, of course.
Yeah, it's just a rough battle for Sweden this time.
And while we wait for Bancho, Flashlight means you only get to see the slight middle seam of the screen.
Looks like Gil is having a little bit of internet problems. He's continually lagging in and out, in and out. So the score difference that you see in favor of Sweden is not exactly reflected on the actual score difference at the time because of the lag that Gil is facing. Quill dropping in the dense on screen, Vento as well. Saori still keeping that 99 in hard rock though.
Okay, and for those asking, how does Flashlight benefit you? It benefits you from a skull. Yeah, it's from a skull multiplier. No, a score multiplier, guys. And that score multiplier is going to allow Edremic there to accumulate a higher score, especially if his accuracy can stay just as high as his teammates. You'll start to see that score climb over. As you can see, he has the highest score on Brazil's side and the highest score in general at this moment.
And he's going to break that 1 million point mark, which usually you would only be able to get by getting all max 300s in a song. However, he actually, whoa! He breaks the 1.1 million as well. And wait on Gil to finish the song as well.
Oh gosh, you're in advance compared to me. I'm still looking at him breaking the million right now.
Yeah, it kind of got a little bit splody there. So that actually was, I don't know where we're at on stream, so I do apologize, but I'm thinking we're pretty safe to say that was definitely a win for Brazil, bringing that to 4-0.
Yeah, definite one by 250,000 points. Quite a definite one. Andre, which did a perfect score, well, not a perfect, but a perfect chart with Hard Rock Flashlight, which is, wow, quite impressive.
And that'll bring the score to 4-0 in favor of Brazil. And it is Brazil's pick, or yeah, it is Brazil's pick right now, so it's in dire straits for Sweden.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a very scary match point for Sweden, especially if Brazil has the ball in their court. They can just slap on another high-speed pick and probably just skip all the way to the win. But there is that chance that they might make a mistake, and never get too cocky because we've seen 4-0 go straight to 5-4s into a tiebreaker even.
Over the Clouds will be the Brazil pick. I guess it makes sense given Sweden's performance on the long note in comparison to Brazil's.
Yeah. And they want to finish early because that's one of the smallest song with 148.
Yeah, they're trying to go for a quick, decisive win here. It might be very possible, but at the same time, this is one of the harder charts to time in the map pool, so mistakes can be made here, guys, and that doesn't only go for Sweden, that goes for Brazil as well, and a simple mistake on a short song like this can equal an easy point for either side.
Yep, you never give up. You fight till the end, and sometimes you can do something. Sweden would be nice if they take at least 1 point, but who knows, maybe they'll take a lot more.
And actually, silly fangirl had to go to lunch.
Oh gosh.
Is this the reverse sweep we've all been waiting for?
Oh gosh. What the hell? Destiny was set today. Anyway.
All right, and it looks like we're going to go ahead and get started with this one. It does look, like you said, Silly Girl went out, but I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue here. But, you know, not 100% sure.
Oh, Gil breaking very early. Or was that just lag again? Come on. Although Andre MC did drop down to a low 99% already. Okay. Gil's having a lot of lag problems currently.
Yep. And on the other hand, the Sweden team has quite, well, at least Saori has quite a nice accuracy, and no break for Koi or Vento.
Coil is matching Felipe Link, and I think Vento's close to matching Andre MC. Andre MC and Saori break though in kind of rolly streams.
Alright, chat, the comeback might be real.
I have no idea how close this is though, because Gil is a little bit behind everyone else. However, he is hovering at 99.3, so this might actually be very close.
This is going to be incredibly close.
Even if Saori is at 98.89.
Oh, Quill and Vento break though. And
Oh,
they're
no.
Sweden's only FC.
Yeah.
And again from Vento. Saori's actually dropped below the 99.
Yeah, I believe that's pretty much it. Oh, but Gil breaking as well.
Oh, the shield wrecking Saori.
Yeah, those shields were just too hard for Saori to overcome, and that's actually going to give that back over to Brazil.
Or rather, the inverse patterns. And Vento breaks at the very end as well. And with Gil finishing up the song, that will be the 5th match over to Brazil, lending them the 5-0 win over Sweden. So we'll see Sweden in the losers bracket, and Brazil will move on to face, I believe, the winner of US versus Argentina.
Yes, very much so. That went incredibly fast, a little bit faster than I actually assumed that was going to go. Sweden gave it their best, but I mean, when you've got speed and consistency like that, it's really hard to beat.
Oh yeah, pretty much. We have some love declarations in the chat before they all leave.
Yeah, Felipe Link has a very trash waifu.
What the?
Oh, wow.
What do you say?
What?
He's talking about I love you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say anything.
Anyways, that being said, guys, we will be going to our next match in about 30 minutes. Yeah, there is a little bit of downtime, unfortunately, but it's the Canada versus Poland match that will be going on next. I would like to go ahead and also state out that if you want to go ahead and purchase a banner for supporting the teams, those are available. You can find it at the link down below. And remember, if the team that you support happens to win the Mania World Cup, you will continue to have that banner for just a little bit longer there. Anyways, that being said, we should be getting started over that, and while we wait, if you guys have any questions while we're waiting for the next match, feel free to ask them. Daiki, Slane, and myself will try to answer them as best as we possibly can while we wait for the Canada versus Poland match.
I'll actually be stepping out for that next match and be replaced.
Oh no! Who's replacing you? Let me
Incoming Tasha
Ah,
in a little bit, I guess.
alright, awesome.
So I'm actually going to be heading out now. It was a pleasure commentating with y'all this weekend.
Alright, thank you so much, Daiki. Have a good one, and I guess it'll just be me and Slane answering questions for now. I'm
Alright.
pretty sure you can take it, Slane.
Pretty much. How does the ranking system determine the rank to give or deduct from you? Well, basically, there is a thing. Each song can give PPs. And when your PP is very big, your rank goes up. And if you have a smaller PP amount, then your rank goes down.
And
That's how it works.
Yes, and to put that in a perspective that little children won't laugh at, when your performance points are basically calculated on how well you play on said map, it will award you performance points gained by that. I don't think it actually ranks you per how many maps you've actually played, but where you stand at on those one specific very well plays you do. If you check your user profile, you can actually see what maps have given you the most performance points. Therefore, you can kind of get an idea of what maps you should be playing in order to increase your original performance. That being said, you can follow your performance as it goes up through the rankings. And you could follow it per country, you could follow it global, you can follow it per map, however you really want to. It's all up to you.
Alright. Excluding mods adding score, what difference does V1 and V2 make in Mania?